Lieutenant and dropped out of school. Lieutenant and found third man, but he really like 30 years old. And her daddy was up in the pen. Not to mention her mama at home, smoking crack so she can't pay the bills. Every night she's just crying in bed, begging God like come take the wheel. Old dude hit her up with a drill. Late night going off 2 pills. He's spending 5% windshield. No cop on site, he chill. Told tennis switch seats, take the wheel. Grab a Glock and pull to Ray live. Ski mask, what's finna get real. Drug deal gone wrong, he killed. Plug love, ayy, ain't no love, don't you tell. You said you a thug. It ain't no fun and games when you the plug. You get no love. Jack boys coming, you better watch, never know who said never know who said Plug love, ain't no love, don't you tell. You said you a thug. It ain't no fun and games when you the plug. There's no love. Jack boys coming, you better watch, never know who said Now she in traffic. Heart rushing, she don't know how it happened. She trying to get low, but it's too late. Bullets got the blasted. She hit the corner, almost crashed. Now she in the alley, but the car got a gas leak. But she stayed on the main street. They put her aside, they finna squeeze. She pleading out, yelling like please. They don't know, she's 17, but it's too late. Brody off beat. One shot to the head, her braids on the seat. A tear dropped down, she was in too deep. Ain't no love up in the streets. The plug on the case wanna lead the police. Hit her mama at home OC. She don't even know her daughter deceased. Hood life so the cycle repeat. The murder rate definitely gonna increase. Paranoid that you can't even sleep. Life gone way before you can blink. Nowadays you can't walk down the street without clutching the heat. Man, plug love, ain't no love, don't you tell. You said you a thug. It ain't no fun and games when you the plug. You get no love. Jack boys coming, you better watch, never know who said Plug love, ain't no love, don't you tell. You said you a thug. It ain't no fun and games when you the plug. There's no love. Jack boys coming, you better watch, never know who said
It's so amazing.
I miss my baby. I miss my baby girl. I don't deserve ya. Can't count how many times that a player done hurt ya. I done burned you worse than Ursula. Wouldn't blame you if it ended in murder. I been pushing you away. Now you pushing me away. I be calling, you don't answer, dodging me every day. Now you dressing all seductive, trying to hinder me from hustling. Cause you want word to get to me by making sure my homies see. And I can't say that it ain't working. On my 7 shot of bourbon, ending bourbon, the traffic swerving. You ain't hold, don't know where I'm going. Thought to run to my mind. She done met a trapping player online. Probably out showing her a good time. Who she giving love and head to at night. Can't deny I'm really jealous. Side chick trying to get rebellious. Cause you know I really miss my lady. And know it ain't the same without my baby. I miss my baby. Never thought without you I'd be going crazy. I done played too many games, now the joke's on me. Can you really keep a woman where she don't wanna be? I hate sleeping alone. I hate being in this hole. Cause I'm reminded of her absence while I'm in here alone. I miss hearing her voice. I miss feeling her touch. I miss loving you. I miss arguing. I miss when we make up. I miss my baby. This ain't how we should've parted. When I was coming home regardless. It didn't matter who I lay with. Cause they cannot replace my baby. I see you all on social media. Acting like we never been together. Felon black in all your pictures, and you no longer so religious. Got me all up in my feelings like a chameleon, 1 in a million. Ever had to play a dick bag? You should tweet it with a hashtag. Why when we break up, you looking better, changing your swagger, body so bad. You looking freakier, you looking happier, you keep a manicure. I got a question for you. Where was this when I was with you when you was at home? How did we come to that for to see where we really went wrong? What should have been, what could have been if you never did? I never been with her again, but we should have took I miss my baby. Never thought without you I'd be going crazy, crazy, crazy. I done played too many games, now the joke's on me. Can you really keep a woman where she don't wanna be? I hate sleeping alone, I hate being in this hole, cause I'm reminded of her absence while I'm in here alone. I miss hearing her voice, I miss feeling her touch, I miss loving you, I miss arguing, I miss when we make up. I miss my baby. I miss my baby. I miss my baby girl. I was pushing you away. I miss my baby. I was pushing you away.
Must be a full moon out tonight, 'cause I hear the wolves howling outside, looking at me, smiling at me when I make my presence known. Red lip gloss on, Jackie jeans on, my high heels on, and if I stop traffic red light, you better make sure your game is tight and looking fine enough to compliment my life. I'm single, free to leave and do just what I please. You wanna make me your baby, then show me how you treat a lady. Christian, sexy, funny and fine, I kinda like that style. I'm gonna set this city on fire. Who runs with me now? Christian, sexy, funny and fine, I kinda like that style. I'm gonna set this city on fire. Who rolling with me now? Wrap it up, I'll be trapping in the hood. Me and my girls, we out here looking too good. I'm about to hit up the spot, you know it's gotta be hot. Just gotta turn up tonight, you got me looking just right. People always saying I ain't live enough. Good girls never get bought enough. I want someone who's real, who believe in God for real. At the same time, fine with a strong mind. Shorty got his own ride, knows how to make me laugh. So know your worth, 'cause you know love hurts for real. That's why I'm free. I'm single, free to leave and do just what I please. You wanna make me your baby, then show me how you treat a lady. Christian, sexy, funny and fine, I kinda like that style. I'm gonna set this city on fire. Who runs with me now? Christian, sexy, funny and fine, I kinda like that style. I'm gonna set this city on fire. Who rolling with me now? So if you wanna see me, then who do you believe in? What are you achieving? Prove to me your security. Nothing is promised in life, therefore I can't afford not getting it right. I might be every cuss word in your mind. One thing, I'm not the type of girl, don't know how I'm single, free to leave and do just what I please. You wanna make me your baby, then show me how you treat a lady. Christian, sexy, funny and fine, I kinda like that style. I'm gonna set this city on fire. Who runs with me now? Christian, sexy, funny and fine, I kinda like that style. I'm gonna set this city on fire. Who rolling with me now? Oh baby, oh baby, oh baby.
One of the biggest mistakes women make is believing that they can change a nigga. You know, you find yourself wasting the best years of your life wrestling with these niggas over and over again, only to find that they don't want to change. He ain't helping out on their end. Dump that, drop that nigga. When you gon' just throw his ass out, dump that, drop that nigga. All he wanna do is just smoke, complain about life being broke, leaving you to do all the most. Dump that, drop that nigga. He cheat on you. He put his hands on you. Ain't no peace of mind when you're dealing with that kind of. Keep around, it gets worse. Dump that, drop that nigga. Have he ever stuck around you? Make you wanna lose your mind. And he keep going to jail, leaving you alone by yourself. You ain't even getting no damn help. Dump that, drop that nigga. All the ladies right now, put your middle fingers up in the air like this. Pump it. Dump that, drop that nigga. For everything he ever stolen or took it from you. Come on. Dump that, drop that nigga. For every time he ever cheated on you. Come on, say it with me. Dump that, drop that nigga. And every time he ever put his hands on you. Come on, say it. Dump that, drop that nigga. I bet he even drive your car. Dump that, drop that nigga. I know you be giving them cash too. Dump that, drop that nigga. Promising you things he will not do. He cuss you out and tell the how to. Everybody knowing he use you. Dump that, drop that nigga. I bet he don't make love like me, or appreciate you like I do. Lady, you deserve much more. When you gonna know your worth? I got what you're looking for. When you gonna free yourself and find someone to love again, baby? Dump that, drop that nigga. All the ladies right now, put your middle fingers up in the air like this. Pump it. Dump that, drop that nigga. For everything he ever stolen or took it from you. Come on. Dump that, drop that nigga. For every time he ever cheated on you. Come on, say it with me. Dump that, drop that nigga. Things will get better for you, baby, soon as you wanna be. Dump that, drop that nigga. I just wanna be the man he never was to you, make you so happy. Drop that nigga. Things will get better for you, baby, soon as you wanna be. Dump that, drop that nigga. I just wanna be the man he never was to you, make you so happy. Things will get better for you, baby, soon as you wanna be. Drop that nigga. I just wanna be the man he never was to you, make you so happy. Drop that nigga. Things will get better for you, baby, soon as you wanna be. Drop that nigga. I just wanna be the man he never was to you, make you so happy. Drop that nigga. Things will get better for you, baby, soon as you wanna be. Drop that nigga. I just wanna be the man he never was to you, make you so happy. Drop that nigga. Things will get better for you, baby, soon as you wanna be. Drop that nigga. I just wanna be the man he never was to you, make you so happy. Drop that nigga.
It's so amazing.
Lord, I could really use a good friend of you right now. I just Need peace, somebody, your word to calm me down. Heaven, listen. Are you listening? Where shall I begin? From the money you spend, going out with your friends, flirting with men. I just wanna know when. You ain't gotta pretend. Said you were friends, got me looking like sin. So embarrassing when we at it again. You don't even give in or admit what you did. What I won't do is play the fool like these other dudes you used to. I'm a man of God, I know when to pray when I'm supposed to. I'm the one you should've came home to, belong to. How could you? One day you love, one day you hurt, one day you change. Who do you blame for the change? I just had to learn. No matter what life may come to me, good or bad, I know I'm loved in heaven. Well, more than a friend, I'm son of the king. No matter what life may come to me, good or bad, I know I'm loved in heaven. Well, more than a friend, I'm son of the king. I'll still take you back. We're stronger than that. Let God still be true. Help us see this through. Lord, I could really use a good friend to you right now. Can someone intercede on behalf of me right now? Cause I'm hurt and I'm broken. The enemy all in my head telling me it ain't working. But I know it's working cause you are the truth and I'm anointed. And I've been appointed to step on the head of the serpents. And I know for certain that what's in my past, I won't let back. I just had to learn. No matter what in life, no matter what may come to me, good or bad, I know I'm loved in heaven. Well, more than a friend, I'm son of the king. No matter what in life may come to me, good or bad, I know I'm loved in heaven. Well, more than a friend, I'm son of a king. Look, let's just be honest, man. Women will betray you. Men will betray you. Your family will turn their back on you. Your own friend will become your enemy. God is love. And if you don't have God, then you don't know love. And if you don't have God, then you don't know love. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. You know, I like to catch y'all just when y'all about to go to sleep. Besides God, you know what I mean? I want to be the last one on your mind. That's program. That's called programming. Okay. Good evening. How are y'all doing this evening, man? Oh my gosh, man. Let me just first say, you know, I always got to thank you beautiful, lovely, mighty women of God. You know, I'm crazy about y'all. All you mothers and daughters and aunties and nieces, God bless each and every last one of y'all. Y'all are life bringers. Y'all are life bringers into this world, man. Okay. Shouts out to all the fellas, man, all the brothers, man. Again, I have to continue to keep urging brothers to be leaders in your family, provide for your families, do the honorable thing to these women. Don't only just say you love them, prove you love them, make them your wife. That's the highest honor you can give a woman, and that's also the highest honor that you can be as a man, a husband. So honor these women, man. Love them with action, not just word. Be active in your children's lives because they need it, man. They need it. And it's your service. It's the right thing to do. These are our duties that we shouldn't even compromise or even have to negotiate with. These are just our rightful God-given duties to do. So with that being said, you know, it is a pleasure always serving y'all. It really is. It is definitely an honor and a pleasure serving y'all and
talking about things of life and laughing and, you know, because everybody don't have today and everybody won't have tomorrow. But we have it. So let us rejoice and give God the praise and thank him for another day, for seeing us safely through the night, you know. And thank you. So, man, I don't know where to begin. Oh my gosh. I don't know where to begin. So let's just begin here. Let me play something for y'all. Let me play something for y'all. Let me get y'all sister up here. Let me get y'all. Yes. Let's get your sister up here.
Be honest. You went on these other platforms and talked crazy about me. That's crazy. You went on there and talked crazy about me and just straight up just lied. Oh, nah, bro. Like, stop putting that up on his name and stop putting that on me. I ain't no dumbass bitch. I don't know who or who got ran game on before or whatever the case may be.
Oh, wait. I want y'all to hear that again. She ain't playing no games. Tell them again, sis.
Oh, nah, bro. Like, stop putting that up on his name and stop putting that on me. I ain't no dumbass bitch. I don't know who name and stop putting that on me. I ain't no dumbass bitch. I don't know who or who got ran game on before or whatever the case may be. But I don't name and stop putting that on me. I ain't no dumbass bitch.
Okay. I believe that's clear. Okay. I want to play that with this up. Right here. Let me play this one more time. I need to get this. I need to get this sound bite.
Nah, bro. Like, stop putting that up on his name and stop putting that on me. I ain't no dumbass bitch. I don't know who or who got ran game on. Nah, bro. Like, stop putting that up on his name and stop putting that on me. I ain't no dumbass bitch. Whatever the case may be. But I don't do that. I ain't never played about my money. To be talking about somebody get a piece of my stuff and somebody get a piece of my boxing check and somebody gets name and stop putting that on me. I ain't no dumbass bitch. I don't know who or who got ran game on before or whatever the case may be. But I don't do that. I ain't never played about my money. To be talking about somebody get a piece of my stuff and stop putting that on me. I ain't no dumbass bitch.
Okay, hold on. So here's my thing, right? Now, if you're gonna use that, if you gonna use that and you gonna hold to that, okay, cool. That's what I be saying. So I can't really spare you then. If this the route you taking, I can't spare you on these things. Because according to her, she basically know what she doing. She ain't no dumb AB, according to what people may think her to be. She know what she doing. Cool. So I got to hold you accountable to that. That's what I be trying to tell people, man. Listen. So she don't think it's dumb planning a planned pregnancy with a married man. The reason why I put that title up there, right? So I put the title up here, right? So the title I put up there, I said, Claressa Shields planned pregnancy with Papoose, a broke married man. And I put that in there for a reason. Not in a means of disrespect, but what it really is based upon what we know to be true. Like you just heard us say in that soundbite like that, I'm not a dumb bee. And why people keep saying he getting my money? Right. Because it's proven he get your money. That's why it's proven he get your money. It ain't something that people was making up and just throwing out there. We know it to be true for a number of reasons. Again, listen, we can say what we want. We can say what we want, even though I'm very careful of taking what's being said. I do believe this.
Your whole life ahead of you. Well, why are you attaching yourself to this 47-year-old man that doesn't have anything going, has no career, no job, no income, except for the income that he's claiming off of your percentage because he's your manager? Got you out here talking, looking crazy.
I believe that. I believe that to be true on numerous occasions. When they was going back and forth on the internet against each other, what they was talking about is how they both were saying how both of them was broke, which lead me to believe that if both parties arguing broke, that leads me to believe the common denominator there is that they was going through financial issues within the marriage. Because he was saying how she was broke, she's saying how he broke. They arguing over the bills and everything.
I can control anything in my life, but I did fall victim to gambling, going through that. I can admit that. But did you notice that there's no accountability with her? She never admit anything. I can admit that I fell victim to that. I caught a habit with that. But guess what? Anything I went through with the gambling, it never affected her. It never affected her at all. I still had to pay all of the bills in the crib, the whole thing. The only time I stopped paying the bills is when I started to notice that she was taking money outside from the family and tricking on this chump.
Okay, so we see that if you notice, it was financial. It was financial. The whole thing was about financing. Having financial crisis within the marriage led to infidelity, led to adultery on both parties' side. She's saying he's not bringing on the bacon and stepping up to the plate like he's supposed to, which led to a affair with Easy the Block Captain, which led to affairs with countless others with him for the most part. So, hey, the common denominator there was money. So the thing that's crazy is this situation right here. She says she's not dumb, and she's not a dumb chick. Okay, I ain't the smartest man in the world. But first of all, I definitely believe wanting to have an affair with a married man is dumb, stupid, and very foolish. Especially when you, hold on, her stuff is worse. Her stuff is worse because remember, she's claiming to be a believer in Jesus Christ. And she planned having a relationship with a married man. See, I get non-believers who can care less about repentance, who can care less about Jesus Christ, who can care less about anything dealing with God. But for a person to say that they are a believer, for a person to say that they is in line with God and you do that, that's foolish. That's stupid. That's deliberate rebellion. Total disrespect, especially when you understand that God is a covenant God. God is a God of covenants, okay? So when you doing things like that, that's crazy, right? So her situation different. Now, it's not only that you calling yourself a believer and actually believing that you being smart in what you're doing. So you plan out this whole situation of wanting to have an affair with a married man, even financing it out of your own pocket, when you knowing that he financially was going through a problem within his home, you watching it, you hearing it, so you well aware of what's going on. You take that upon yourself and you use that as bait to lure him in, understanding what he's struggling and suffering from. So you use that as bait to reel him in, to get his attention, to proposition him for advances, sexual advances. You do that. So you already know he married. You already know financially he ain't in a good space in his life. And you said you're not a stupid woman. How do you benefit anywhere in that situation? Please explain that to me. Did she want the limelight that bad? Did you really want the limelight that bad? I'm just trying to see, how do you benefit in any type of way like that, knowing ahead of time what you was getting involved in? See, you wasn't like some of these other women who messing with a guy who then took his wedding ring off, or a person who's telling you he ain't got a wife, and they end up finding out later on they is married. No, you went in this knowing you were pursuing a married man. So you wasn't deceived at all. You went in there knowing he didn't have no money. You wasn't tricked. You wasn't tricked. You wasn't deceived. But you said that you're not a dumb woman. So she take this to be very strategic and smart on her behalf, that this is actually was a good idea. That's what she making herself believe, that this was a good idea for her. That's what she making herself believe, that it was a good idea. And the crazy thing about it is, I be trying to get sis to some degree. I'm not gonna even say benefit of the doubt. I be trying to give her an opening to see, like, man, do you even consider the things you say and do before you do them? And it just don't seem like she do. Again, when I'm hearing things like this, what's she saying?
And stop putting it on me. I ain't no dumbass bitch.
See that? She not no dumb B.
And stop putting it on me. I ain't no dumbass bitch. I don't know who got ring game on before, or whatever the case may be, but I don't do that. I ain't never played by my money. To be talking about somebody get a piece of my stuff, and somebody get a piece of my boxing check, and somebody with me for money. Why can't you just, this man filed for divorce. And he loved me now. What?
Oh my gosh. This girl is, oh my gosh. These the things she got to tell herself, because she know what she dug. She dug a hole for herself, and she have to convince herself to stay. This is how she convinced herself to stay in the mess, by telling herself this lie. This is the lie she created for herself to stay in the mess. Let us hear it again.
Money. Why can't you just, this man filed for divorce. And he loved me now. What the fuck? Are you mad at me?
Oh my gosh. My gosh. This man filed for divorce. So why are y'all mad at her? This is crazy. But again, out of her own mouth, according to her, she's not dumb. She's not dumb. This is what she calls intelligent. She thinks this is an intelligent move. She believed this really is an intelligent move. Think about that. And I'm just going to be honest with you. This is the thing that's crazy, right? She 31, right? At the time, she was what, 29? She was 29 at the time, right? She was 29 at the time. He was like, what, 47? So here's the thing. You're 29 at the time. You claim to be smart. So you at the top of your game and being the number one female boxer, pound for pound, in the game at that time. You're not married. You don't have no kids. You got prominent women, respectable women, and Layla Ali and, things like that supporting you. Lending a hand out to take you under their wing so that you could be prosperous, right? And you got other celebrities that's on the way to support their little sister, because that's how they looking at you. Let's just be honest. They looking at you as a little sister. Layla looking at you as a little sister. Remy looking at you as a little sister, because they're in their 40s. You in your 20s. They're in their 40s, you in your 20s, and they know how this game is. They've been in it for a long time, so they want to see you in a way and give you any advice and pointers they can give you so that you could stay afloat, be careful of the traps, and just basically help you along the way while at the same time supporting you, right? This is what they doing for you. But you somehow find a way to go against Layla, to go against Remy, and at the same time, you have mapped out your own design of not only snaking people, but creating some perfect life for yourself. So you're 29. Papoose already got 2-3 baby mamas, right? You already know financially he can't cut it. It ain't cutting it. He trying to hold on from getting kicked out of his damn house. And you believe it's smart to not only have a affair with this man, but want a relationship with him, but also a planned pregnancy. Just think about that. That just go to show. Just think about her thinking. 29 years old, not married, no kids, but she want a baby by a man who already got 3 baby mamas, who ain't got no money, whose friends, who she's a friend with his wife. You see this? It's like a domino effect of just all mess. Just one mistake. We can't even call them mistakes because she planned all this. These are not mistakes, okay? You don't mistakenly pull down your damn panties, open up your legs, and let somebody have sex with you. That's not a mistake. That's something you deliberately done. Cheating is not a mistake, okay? Having sex and infidelity and adultery, those are not mistakes. Like, oh, I made a mistake. That's not a mistake, okay? A mistake is not watching where you're going and tripping over somebody's feet. That's a mistake, okay? Or accidentally opening the bathroom door too fast, not knowing somebody was in there. That's a mistake. But you don't meet nobody, set it up to meet up, entice one another, pull down your damn panties, cock open your legs, get it in, and then say you made a mistake. It's not a mistake. Sorry. It's not a mistake. But again, according to her, she not dumb, and she think this smart. How? I'm trying to see where anything intelligent at in this. I'm talking about you didn't consider, okay, think about this. A lot of things wasn't considered in this so-called plan that she mapped out and believing this was a good idea. So first of all, at this time, she's supposed to have I don't even like saying this stuff, but I'm gonna say it. She's supposed to have a relationship with Jesus. We know that's a lie. We just know that that's a lie. Okay, we know that. So she didn't consider that. She didn't consider herself and how these things would affect her, right? She didn't consider her career. She didn't consider her supporters. She didn't consider her friends. You get what I mean? She is, I'm telling y'all what I know to be true, man. This is what I know to be true. I don't care what she say. This is what I know to be true. That the signs are too clear. This woman is under heavy satanic, demonic influence. Heavy. It's very, very heavy. You know it's heavy when this woman is on record talking about she wake up every day reading the Bible, but knowing Papoose is at her side. That if that's not demonic, what is? What is? While you reading the Bible at the same time seducing a married man. If that's not satanic, what is? And you're convincing yourself that because he with you, he belong to you. As though his keeping your company do away with the contract, do away with the covenant that he made with God. Hold on, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna let him say it. Listen, I'm gonna let him say it. We gonna let him say it. See, I like that type of stuff. I like playing stuff like that. I'm gonna let him say it out his own mouth. Let's see. Claressa hit this and ignore it, right? So let's let him say it. Watch this. I want to show you something. Let me go here. Yeah, this why I want to go. Hold on. Let me go here. I'm gonna play something. I'm gonna go here. I know exactly where the timestamp at. Let me see. Let's go right here. I believe it's right here. Okay. I like listening to people here. Okay.
You want to be funny? I could be funny too. But I'm going to be funny with the truth. You lie, you lie, and you lie. You had the audacity to come on here and make up a fake story and say, oh, my mother called me. And how lover said, come on, son. Come on, son. Come on, son. First and foremost, you talking about your mother called you about a YouTube video that everybody know they make fake videos on YouTube. Remy's in the hospital, Papoose this, that, person that. Those, we all know those is fake. You just mad because you see us moving on in our life, right? You want to fabricate a story about, and I still say my mother-in-law because me and her had a tight relationship like that. And I would never say anything to disrespect her or anybody in the entire family. You lied and said, I said, go get your brothers. That's cap. Everybody know I'm close. I'm more close to them and show them more love and support than you do. But let's keep it moving. So we already played the audio of the lane, the knockout victim, soft. Didn't he? She want to fabricate these stories talking about not retaining an attorney. The last time I spoke to Rim, we said, listen. I said, listen. I spoke to my attorney.
You're right, though. Anything happen? Oh, that shit gonna be.
Give y'all the address. I see her in the other bed. So I go over to the other bed. 1 second. Plan to raise her with both parents. That was the plan. So I did not want to not live under the same roof with my little girl. I was there from the moment she came out of the womb, and I intended, and I always told her, I want to be there to the moment we take her to her prom. So she graduates high school, college, get her degrees. I want to be there to take my daughter to her prom. And I told her that. So I never wanted to leave from under the roof with my baby. That's why I stayed around for this nonsense. And I don't want to go away from the point. Okay, so we did the therapy with him. How do you think I would be with him? And then you wanted to go to therapy. So check it out now. Check it out. So when we go to therapy, the therapist says, do y'all want to get a divorce or do y'all want to work it out? Me and her both said we want to work it out. I'm going to be honest. Because honestly, I didn't want to not live under the same roof as my 5-year-old. I love all my kids the same, but when you have children, and everyone knows that about me. Everybody who know me, y'all know my character. Y'all know her character. Very rude, very disrespectful, not just to me, to everyone. But that speaks volumes. You shitted on him. Basically said, yo, why would I be with him? Why do you think I would be with him?
Oh, my bad.
And then you wanted to go to therapy. So check it out now. Check it out. So when we go to therapy, the therapist says,
okay, this is what I was saying, right? This is what I'm saying about Pap, right? Here's my thing. Everything that he's doing and saying is like, bro, you guilty of the very same thing that you're talking about. Like you're literally guilty of it. Like everything he is accusing Remy of, he's literally guilty of. He's guilty of it. He literally turning his back on his own self. Like what I mean by he turning his back on his own self. Remember, at one he's giving a rundown of all the things Remy is doing in this video. Not to say that she probably not guilty of some of the things that he is saying that she did. But however, when he's accusing her of these things, now we see that you're guilty in the same thing you're accusing her of. You lying all the time. You're deceiving all the time. You voluntarily bringing people into adultery. And I get that when it's your family, you want to go harder for your family. You want to hold things down for your family. But at the same time, you have this way about yourself by which he have this way about himself by which he try to say when it comes to black people, he's an advocate for black people. But yet you know what adultery does. You know that adultery is wrong. So while you going through things with your wife, you like, I don't care. I'm finna get mine too. So you get to involving yourself with other people and you bringing them into adultery, knowing how wrong it is. So it's like, again, you become a hypocrite to the very thing you claim yourself to once stand for. It's stuff like that. You know what I mean? Okay, watch this. Okay, let me see what I mean. I want to say this, right?
I want to get a divorce, or do y'all want to work it out? Me and her both said we want to work it out. I'm going to be honest. Because honestly, I didn't want to not live under the same roof as my 5-year-old. I love all my kids the same, but when you have children, and everyone knows that about me. Everybody who know me, y'all know my character. Y'all know her character.
Okay, that right there. You said you wanted to work it out. You said you wanted to go to therapy because you didn't want to stop being up under the roof of your 5-year-old. Understandable. I get it. But then you go along and you do that same thing. Okay, here's the thing that's true. You were there under the roof of your 5-year-old, still living there with Remy. And she was allowing it. She was allowing it. So you were there. But here's the thing, bro, and I'm just going to be honest. I got to be real with you. But if it meant that Remy didn't come with it, you also left. You also left. If you're really there because you don't want to be up under the roof of your 5-year-old, and because that's who you wanted to be there, she was allowing you to live. You still was there. You still was there. And you still could have stayed. You still could have stayed. You own a house. You own a property. Y'all both is on the property, on the house. Y'all ain't even went through a divorce yet. Nothing is even divided. She can't even put you out. She can't even put you out. So when you make a statement like this, you
shitted on him. Basically said, yo, why would I be with him? Why do you think I would be with him? And then you wanted to go to therapy. So check it out now. Check it out. So when we go to therapy, the therapist says, do y'all want to get a divorce, or do y'all want to work it out? Me and her both said we want to work it out. I'm going to be honest. Because honestly, I didn't want to not live under the same roof as my 5-year-old.
Okay, you could have stayed there and did that. You left. You left. She couldn't even put you out, bro. She couldn't even put you out. And according to you, y'all both paid for the house. Your name is on it too. And she was allowing you to still live there, be there. He literally says it in his video that they still was having sex and they still was sleeping in the same bed together. He literally says it in here. Come on, man.
I love all my kids the same, but when you have children, and everyone knows that about me. Everybody who know me, y'all know my character. Y'all know her character. Very rude, very disrespectful, not just to me, to everyone. But that speaks volumes.
Again, that's what you do now. Now, have you noticed? Now, since he's been with Claressa Shields, he's rude, he's disrespectful, he's a liar. He do this now. Like, he literally do this now. Like, this is not the same person. This is not the same person who was a respectable stand-up dude when he was with Remy Ma. That now when he with Claressa Shields, he disrespectful, he lie all the time, he very conning, he very manipulative. Like, let's just be honest. Sometimes you and her, like, y'all be on the same page. Literally. Y'all be on the same page.
I didn't want to we planned to raise her with both parents. That was the plan. So I did not want to not live under the same roof with my little girl. I was there from the moment she came out of the womb, and I intended, and I always told her, I want to be there to the moment we take her to her prom.
Okay, this is what I'm saying. And you could have. You can't blame. Okay, here's the thing. Here's the thing. This is what I be meaning by, I don't be getting these people. People got selective hearing. There's no way you could ever listen to me talk to say I support anything that they be doing. I'm just keeping it real. Like how you know how like if I address something that Remy did do, people get mad and say, "Oh, you're defending Papoose," or when it's always vice versa. But here's the thing I'm finna say. You can't blame Remy for that. You can't blame Remy for that because according to you, the child was before Remy. Let's listen to it again. According to what he's saying out his mouth, the child was before Remy. Let's listen to it. Listen to what he say.
Very rude, very disrespectful, not just to me, to everyone. But that speaks volumes. I didn't want to we planned to raise her with both parents. That was the plan. So I did not want to not live under the same roof with my little girl. I was there from the moment she came out of the womb, and I intended, and I always told her, I want to be there to the moment we take her to her prom.
And you could have did that. He could have did that. And let me tell you why I say that. If that's how you really feel, then Remy shouldn't have been a stipulation to that. Because you're going to do right by the child regardless to Remy's actions, regardless to who she lay with. Because she's not bringing the nigga home in your house. She's not bringing niggas home in your house. So let's say if she is cheating, doing what she's doing, she keeping it outside the house where you in the house with your child. So ain't no man coming in the house while you there with your child. She know to take whatever she doing with easy, like according to what he said in his video, he found the house where they had a getaway house. Cool. She's not bringing it to your house where you can remain being there with your daughter, taking her to school every day and raising her. You got too overly emotional about what she was doing to the point you abandoned that part. That's the part. You abandoned that part because you could have still been doing that. But if it didn't come with Remy's loyalty or devotion or her humility of actually allowing you to lead or however you felt, you chose the latter over what you established from the very beginning. I'm going to be here with her. Notice he said, we planned to do this. Me and Remy, we planned that we was going to raise her together. Okay, so what when one person jumped ship? You got to abandon it too? Absolutely not. If this is the ultimate goal, is to make sure, one thing as a man, you got to make sure the headship is always there. That's the part I always call him out on. And that's the part that he neglected because he don't know Jesus Christ. And knowing Jesus Christ, you have to know that even when this woman go astray, you must stand firm. You are the root that hold the family together. That's what you commanded to do. Husbands, take care of your wives. You are commanded to take care of her. It didn't say, wife, take care of your husbands. It said, husband, take care of your wives, for she is the weaker vessel. That's what the word of God say. The Bible say man was created for God and women were created for man. That's not a sign of weakness. That's just that's the protocol of heaven by which things are established, how they work together. You love this woman, but you get out of this woman what you put in God. What you put in God determines what you get out of this woman. So it stays in line based upon the order. Let me give you an example. The Bible say God is the head of Christ. Christ is the head of man. Man is the head of woman. That's an order. That's an order. That is a chain of order. That if anyone is out of text and broken, it all falls and collapses, except for the first two. The first two gonna remain faithful. The father and son gonna remain faithful, period. That ain't gonna never be out of whack. The problem is the other two, the man and woman. Would the man stay in line to get the full benefit from his wife? Because that's how you get the full benefit from your wife, being in line with God. The moment you're not in line with God, you can't have peace in your home. And this is what, and these are things I don't believe. These are things I know he don't know. These are things I truly believe he don't know, that he hearing it now from me. I don't think he ever knew this part, ever. Because when you a celebrity and you create your own little circles, even the fake ministers and fake pastors who are smiling your face or who are part of that celebrity world, that's okay with everything they do because you want to check. You want to check. Or you want to use their name to show you as somebody of importance or relevance to, again, get a check. Opposed to somebody who don't care about none of that, because I'm on assignment from God to do right regardless. You can keep your check. But the fact of the matter is, brother, you felon in your home because you're not allowing Christ to have you be the leader to be established in your home. And you trying to lead your wife, but where are you leading your wife and you ain't even got Christ? Where you leading her to? The Grammys? The BET? Where you leading her to? Rap? Come on, you fighting against a real devil. You fighting against real demons. This stuff is real. It's all around y'all, especially when y'all are celebrities. The demonic activity is even more heavier around celebrities because y'all have an influence on mass hundreds of thousands of people. And y'all are the right ones they want to use. They want to use y'all. That's where they more heavy and active at. Those who have influence over mass hundreds of thousands. So they have demons and leadership on assignment with y'all. The nobody people who run around, regular demons deal with them. But the leadership rank demons, they deal with the ones who have influence over mass hundreds of thousands and millions of people. Those are the ones that's heavily influenced by demonic activity. And when you are a celebrity in that world, the activity is heavy. Y'all are like considered trophies in the demon world. Y'all like trophies. Like, ooh, I got Pap, and I got Remy, and I got Claressa. I got those my celebrities I got under my belt. Who you got? Well, I got Eminem, I got 50, I got T.I. Okay, who you got? Man, I got Nicki Minaj, I got Cardi B, I got Sexy Red. Okay, who you got? Yeah, that's what they do. What? Man, please, people better wake up. Better wake up. You fighting the wrong fight. Sad thing about it is, what make this worse is when you know you're not even in the fight. It's bad when something fighting against you and you don't even know it's fighting against you. By the time you recognize it, it done took everything from you. You didn't even know you was in a fight. You didn't even know you was even in a fight. Like, come on, let's just be honest.
The womb, and I intended, and I always told her I want to be there to the moment we take her to her prom.
You could have did that. Notice what he said. We. It's based upon conditions, whether or not Remy gonna be there or not. I could give a damn if Remy gonna be there or not. I still got to do this as a father because this is my daughter. Hell, if Remy wake up in the morning, get an itch that she want another dude to bend over and knock her down, so what? Just don't bring him in here. He ain't coming in here. Because I still got to make sure my daughter is okay. And Remy don't even break that cycle. She don't even break that cycle. And this what I be meaning by peep game and listen to what he's saying. Yes, I'm willing to do this if Remy willing, if Remy willing, if Remy willing. Well, what if she not willing? Do that mean you got to take your hand off your daughter too? Man, I could care less if she not willing. I still have to do right by the daughter. See, this what I be meaning by things like this. It sound good to people who don't know no better. It sound good to people who don't know no better. A person who don't know God to hear this and be like, yeah, that's some real stuff he's saying. Yeah, that brother's saying something real. But a person who know God, recognize and discernment, like, hold on. Where's all this we stuff? When you read the Bible, it says husband, singular, by yourself. By yourself. Husband, love your wife. Husband, take care of your children. How can you lead the church of God if you can't lead your own family? You. No, it don't work like that, brother. I'm sorry. I don't agree with this.
Do y'all want to work it out? Me and her both said we want to work it out. I'm going to be honest. Because, honestly, I didn't want to not live under the same roof as my 5-year-old.
That's what I mean. Like, man, I'm just going to keep it real with y'all. All jokes aside, I'm going to keep it real with y'all. If I was in his situation, I'm going to keep it 100. And, well, see, I'm a believer, so I see things differently. And I'm just going to keep it real. I just got to be honest, man. I have to be as honest as I possibly can by the Spirit of the living God. Being a non-believer, I probably would have done the same thing Papoose would have done as a non-believer. I mean, you believe and you want to do the right thing. You're trying to keep your family together. But as a non-believer, you are ignorant to the spiritual realm of what's fighting against you. All you can see is the physical. That's all you can see. All you can see is the physical. And man is to blame for everything when you are in unbelief. When you are in unbelief, all you see and all you blame is the flesh that you see that's in front of you. You don't see nothing in the spiritual realm. It don't exist to you, even though that's why everything is happening in the physical. Everything is happening in the physical as a result of what's taking place in the spiritual. That's why Jesus said, whatsoever you bind in heaven, it shall be bind on earth. And whatsoever you loose in heaven, it shall be loosed on earth. But it takes place in the spiritual realm. That's what this whole thing is about. The devil hates marriage. He hates family because he know when it's done the way that God ordained it, it is an atomic nuclear force. That's why the family is called the nuclear family. Why? Because you have a husband, you have a wife, and that children is under that order when it's working together. It's nuclear. And the enemy love ignorance because that's where he's victorious at, through your ignorance. Through your ignorance. And when you spiritually bankrupt, like he is, when you spiritually bankrupt because you war against Christ, you might as well just roll over, bro, like you just did. You lost everything. You lost everything. Notice how it all just caught him off guard, that everything was lost before he even recognized he was even in a fight. Lost, because he's still trying to fight in the physical. So as a non-believer, I probably would have did what he did. But as a believer, if my wife was losing love for me, I would have tried to talk to her, and I would have loved her through that situation, despite how I believe she felt for me. I would have tried to listen to her, to hear her out, to see what the problem was or where I went wrong, and I would have worked on fixing it. And if she decided to leave and go mess around with another man, I can't stop her from that. But even in her, here's the thing, and I don't justify nothing that happened, but even in her leaving to go mess around with another man, what she did know and believe, that even in her wrong, according to what he even said here, he said she was texting him and here talking about, I know I'm a bad wife, but guess what she knew? That even when she messing around with so-called Easy and leaving him, that child was okay. She with her father. He crazy about that little girl. No matter what I do, he gonna make sure she protected. He gonna make sure she eat. He gonna make sure she good. He gonna stay close to her, even though I might be hurting his heart. She knew that to be true. Now I'm saying this to you to say this to you. Even when she may have been doing what he's saying she's doing, I'm just going by what he's saying she's doing and what we know to be true on certain things. Even in this, right? I still would stay there. I still would have stayed if she was willing to still come home. That's what you. There's a scene in the Bible. There's a story in the book of Hosea. It's about a prophet who God commanded him to marry this woman. And this woman he commanded him to marry, she was a whore. And he was doing everything in his power to make her love him. And she just wouldn't love him. She had kids by him. And these children who she had by him, they was named after things that was taking place through the nation of Israel based upon their relationship with God. And it was breaking his heart that no matter what he tried, she just wouldn't love him. It got so bad that she ended up leaving home, left him with the kids. And she went to her father's house. She went back to her father's house. The prophet went to God and he asked God, he said, Lord, why did you have me marry that woman, knowing the type of woman she was? God said, because I wanted y'all to see how y'all do me. See, Hosea was representing God and the woman was representing the nation of Israel. That no matter how hard I try to love y'all, no matter how much I'm struggling with y'all, tugging with y'all back and forth, I still remain to love you. I'm still have my arms open wide to receive you, and yet you just will not love me. So the prophet was used for an example of God so that scripture could be written to show how man disloyalty and rebellion towards God lead them to not only suffer and go through a lot of things, but it also shows how God's arms is always open and willing to receive you, to actually pull you out of the mess. So the prophet was an example of scripture to go through that suffering, that it may be written, that we look back on it and be like, wow, I'm sorry I was like that, Lord. Pull me up out of this mess. And so then God told the prophet, he said, now go and get your wife. And the Bible say when Hosea went to the woman's father's house to get his wife back, when she came to the door, she looked him in his face and she fell in love. Ain't that something? All in his strength, he was trying to make her love him in his strength, trying hard in his own strength, till he wasted up all his strength that he remembered to go to God. And when he went to God to require of God, to inquire of God and ask him, why, Lord, what's going on? And God told him. See what's happening here? He was trying to be victorious in his own power, fighting against the unseen in which he had no power. And it wasn't until he remembered God that he took it upon himself to seek God out, to get answers. Then God told him what was going on. And then God told him, now go get your wife. And she saw him and fell in love with him and was faithful from that point on. What do that mean? God said, the heart of the king is in my hand. I can make him hate you or I can make him love you. But notice what it's dependent on. It's dependent on your relationship with me. Only because you're fighting against a real enemy. The enemy will turn the heat up on you. But I could turn it down and cut it completely off. What you give to me determine what comes out of your home. Listen, y'all, listen. This is a message for everybody. Listen, what you give to God determines what comes out of your home. He gave nothing to Jesus. Do you know that this man don't like Jesus? This man hates Jesus. Literally. Hates him. He called himself God-bodied. He believed he's God in the flesh. Did y'all know that? Yeah. He's a 5%er. He believed that only 5% of the world know the truth, and he one of them. Right. But you didn't know that going against Jesus actually destroys your home? 5%er? Right. Right. Well, you need to go get the 95% you abandoned, thinking that you didn't need it. Cause that sounds crazy. And you don't even see how you claim to sound real, but it's not real. This actually fake, bro. Like, this is really, really fake. It sounds good, but it's fake.
Honestly, I didn't want to not live under the same roof as my 5-year-old. I love all my kids the same, but when you have children, and everyone knows that about me. Everybody who know me, y'all know my character. Y'all know her character. Very rude, very disrespectful, not just to me, to everyone. But that speaks volumes. I didn't want to we planned to raise her with both parents. That was the plan. So
see what I mean, y'all? We planned to raise her with both parents. Okay, but according to you, when your wife broke bad, again, why did you take your hand off the steering wheel? You still was in the house. You still was in the house. According to you, look, I'm telling you what he's saying. Look, not only is you still in the house, according to you, she would leave you and the baby in the house and go mess around with Easy. But guess what? You're with your child. You're with your child. You still her covering. You still her protective. How did it go from, even though she's so-called messing around and doing what she's doing, but leaving you with the child? Let's say that. You right where you needed to be. Still in the home with your child. regardless if Remy gon' fall in line or not. She still allowed you to be entrusted with your daughter, to still be the head over that family, even though she would run off. But think about this. See, you look at her coming back as a sign of disrespect. I wouldn't have saw that like that. I would have saw her coming back as a sign of hope. Because I still refuse to believe that when she's cooking dinner, that it's not a plate for you. I still refuse to believe that if you knock at the door, she won't open it. I refuse to believe that. All those type of things is hope. I refuse to believe that if you came up on her and touched her shoulder, she would have shrugged you off and told you, don't touch me. I refuse to believe that. I refuse to believe if you asked her for a hug, she wouldn't have gave it to you. I refuse to believe that. I refuse to believe if you kissed her on her lips, she wouldn't have kissed you back. I refuse to believe that. Even in her so-called adultery and infidelity, I refuse to believe that because you were still allowed in the home. And according to you, you still was in the bed sleeping with her. So she did still allow for you to touch her. So where you see disrespect and where you see how evil you believe she could be, I see hope. I saw hope. As a believer, I would have saw hope because I know the truth. I know if she cheating and she come back home, that's hope for me to humble myself, do not be emotional, tap into the spirit, and do right by the leading. See, let me tell y'all something, man. I don't know how to really phony kick it, man. That's not in me. I don't know how to do that stuff. I'm gonna be as real as I could. I be telling y'all some real stuff, man. I'm just keeping real. For who receive it, who don't. Okay, let me just say this real talk. I was crazy about a woman before like that. Actually, I'm gonna tell you it was. This is my baby mama. I was crazy about her, my first baby mama. I didn't really know how to love her right. And she had went through hardship. She had went through a life of hardship. Like she had been on her own ever since she was like 13 years old, man. She was abused by her mama's boyfriend, all that type of stuff, man. I didn't know nothing about that stuff, man. So she had been getting it at a young age. And if you saw her, you wouldn't even know how old this girl was. And I remember through all that brokenness she was going through in life, she ended up falling in love with me. And I didn't have nothing. I was sort of like Papoose, even worse. I didn't have nothing at all. I was 20 years old, out of prison, convicted felon, no place to live, no place to go, living with other people. And she was a hustler. She was doing a lot of things, man. She was a hustler. She was selling drugs. She was doing whatever she believed she could do to survive and stay afloat. Okay? And she fell in love with me. I didn't understand what love was. I felt something, but I didn't know how to make it work. And neither did she. We just knew we felt something about each other. But because we didn't know how it goes and how it worked, we hurt each other. And I remember there would be times she wanted to be with me and never wanted to not be around me. And I used to push her away. I remember when no one else mattered to her in the world but me. No one else mattered in the world to her but me. And I would sometimes push her away for other women and sometimes choose my guys over hers and kicking it, And I forgot how beautiful she was, being so caught up into the streets, because that's what the enemy be wanting you to do. See, the enemy wants you to believe that the things you don't have is more important than the things you do have, and you lose sight of that. You lose sight of that. And I really, really remember pushing her away. And I wasn't only pushing her away, I was pushing her away into the arms of other men. But she would still always come right back to me. And then I'd be mad if I found out about her being with another man, to the point I started despising her in my eyes. But at the same time, not taking accountability, to the point where she never wanted to leave my side and only wanted to be by me. But I would cause problems, and I would, again, choose the streets over her, to the point that she would be in survival mode and go into the arm of another man because she's in survival mode. And I didn't understand that. And then I look back on things and I'd be like, wow, a lot of those things could have been prevented if only I knew how to properly provide and take care of my family. I'm pushing the woman I claim to love into the arms of other men, only for me to be mad about it when I find out about it, because I can't believe that she would do that to me with another man. But not forgetting that I was the only man she wanted to be with before I pushed her away. Things like that I'm now mindful of, that I once wasn't mindful of. I know the things I know now as a result of the things I lost. That's why I know these things now, as a result of the things I lost. I didn't know all this stuff at first. It took me to lose the woman I love to understand what love is, to want it again. But why did I have to lose it? And I get it. I try to sympathize with things because I get it. I get it. And if I could be of any hope to these brothers and sisters, I got to give them this in the real. I tell this story different. Because I'm not looking at right or wrongs. I'm looking at what I know to be wrong, but know who the solution is. You can tell a person all day long what's wrong with them. What's the solution to the problem? And the solution to every problem is Jesus Christ, who's the enemy of sin. All this stuff is nothing but sin. That's all this is. And Jesus is the enemy of it. He breaks it. That's the answer to your marriage. That's the answer to your failures. That's the answer to your poverty. Jesus is. And it's true. God is the answer. Period. But a lot of people don't know. Some people don't care. And some people are afraid to know. And we live in an era now where as long as you could be charismatic and persuasive, that it sound good, I listen to you, I follow you. Nah, I don't want something that make me feel good. I want something that's the truth, even if I don't even feel good about it, as long as I know it's the truth. I don't have to feel good about it. But I know by being the truth and by me being alive, I have the power to change that situation and make it work for me. It's things like that. So when I'm hearing this brother talking, yeah, you could point the fingers and blame all day long, but you're the head of your house. And you abandoned that post. And regardless of what you thought your wife was doing, you still is the leader of you. You have to go down with the ship, bro. You can't abandon the ship. You can't abandon the ship. Because let me tell you something. Just like Remy is our own person, you your own person. But even though the Bible say the two become one, but at the end of the day, you can't make a person fall in line with your program. You can't make a person fall in line with your program, especially when your program is not in God. You got to do what's right regardless. Like as a married man, I know this to be a fact. Even though me and my wife should be one, and the Bible say we are one in God's eyes, she's still her own individual. That right or wrong, I have to do right regardless. Loyalty has nothing to do with the other person. Loyalty is based upon who you are. My loyalty is not on the account of what my wife do. It's not loyalty. In other words, my loyalty is fake if that's the case, because it's built upon circumstances. It's built upon conditioning. Then that's not loyalty. Neither is it love. Neither is it love. My love and loyalty is not built on conditions based upon what you say or do. Especially when you claiming somebody your wife. See, it's a difference when you messing around with a person, and you got a baby mama, you got a girlfriend, you got a boyfriend, or you just screwing somebody. When you saying you have a wife, when you saying you have a husband, y'all are one, and you one in flesh, and you one in name. You bear the same name by which you are called, by which you take on each other sufferings and success. You take on them both. When you saying somebody is your wife, they are literally the reflection of what y'all stand for and mean to one another. Even if one go astray, you cannot abandon ship. That's what the Bible say. Wives, if you got a non-believing husband, do not depart from him. How do you not know that your goodness in God may not win him over? Husband, if you have a non-believing wife, do not part from her. How do you know that your relationship with God may win them over? See that? You can't abandon ship. If I'm Papoose, listen, as long as Remy come back home, as long as she come back home, I need to humble my emotions, and I need to see what's wrong with my wife. And you know what's crazy? In this video, he do a lot of contradiction. He said in the video she was diagnosed. He said she was diagnosed with being bipolar. So she's literally diagnosed medically with having these split personalities. Okay, that's even more reason to be in her corner, to be there. You should be able to recognize that even when she's doing things, that's not really her. If what I'm saying, I'm going off what he's saying. If what he's saying is true, and that's your wife, then you know when she go astray and she having them moments, that's when she needs you the most. She needs you the most. Husband, take care of your wife.
Very rude, very disrespectful, not just to me, to everyone, but that speaks volumes. I didn't want to we planned to raise her with both parents. That was the plan. So I did not want to not live under the same roof with my little girl. I was there from the moment she came out of the womb, and I intended, and I always told her, I want to be there to the moment we take her to her prom.
That's what I mean. Like I told her, like, oh, bro, and she let you. That's your problem. You left. She let you. Even in doing the wrong she was doing, she still let you be there. You left. What happened to all that? Again, it was based upon conditions. If Remy want to still be faithful, if Remy want to still be, but if you keep messing around with him, I'm gone. See that? You keep messing around with him, I'm gone. No. I just went against everything you just said, bro. But again, somebody listen to this. Like, yeah, that is real. That's bad, man. That's sad. He wanted to be there and couldn't be. He could have been there. He still was there. She can't put him out. She can't put a marriage name on the lease. They still married. Ain't nothing settled. Ain't nothing final. You can't put me out. And why would you want to put me out anyway? She was allowing you to stay there and still be there. Like you should have. Like you should have. And let's just be real. You shouldn't have been messing around with Claressa Shields. Regardless of if you believe she was messing around with Easy, you still shouldn't have been messing around with Claressa Shields. Two wrongs don't make a right. Ain't no right way to be wrong, no wrong way to be right. Two wrongs don't make a right. You guys say, well, I'm finna do it too. I ain't finna just be letting you do that. Because guess what y'all now abandoning? Now you both abandoning the child. If one goes straight, she still got protection from the other one until that thing get worked right. But that still fall on you too. That still fall on you too. See, the problem was he know how to attack. He don't know how to love. He don't know how to love. He know how to attack. He know how to keep reminding her of what she's doing wrong. Let me educate you, brother, so you never mess this up. The Bible say we speak those things in existence as though they never were. We speak the things into existence that never were. In other words, what that means? When you see wrong in your wife, speak goodness in her. Even though you know she's doing wrong, you speak goodness in her. Because what happens is you're pouring into her spirit. And even though she know that you're saying things that she's not doing, what's happening is it's triggering something in her to actually become that which you speaking over her. You're speaking life into her. You're speaking life into her. Even though she may be operating in disobedience. But see, he didn't know how to do that. He want to keep reminding, you did this, you did that, you did that, you saying this, you doing that. Okay, I'm going to fall back. You speak life into her. She got a conscience. Y'all her family, she got a conscience. And that's what God do. Look, God say, look, when a person do you wrong, you keep praying over that person that you may seek hot coal upon their heads. What that mean? That mean God is determining what these prayers come out to be. If you see your wife and going astray, and you're supposed to pray over that woman. You're supposed to embrace that woman, love her more, anoint her head, remind her how beautiful she is, remind her what family means, remind her what your vows is, but forgive her even in her wrong. Forgive her even in her faults. She need to see the power of God radiating through you by which she desire you again and know like, damn. See, these are testimonies in relationships where it ain't just we okay as long as we going through something good. What happens when the rain comes? Can you stand the rain? Can you stand the rain? Storms will come. This we know for sure. Tell me, baby, can you stand the rain? Ah! Love unconditional. I'm not asking just of you. But girl, to make it last, I'll do whatever needs to be done. But I need somebody who will stand by me. When it's tough, she won't run. She will always be right there for me. Everybody love them. Tell me, baby, can you stand the rain? Storms will, I know, all the days won't be perfect. But tell me, can you stand it? Can you stand the rain? Can you stand the no pressure from me, baby. 'Cause I want you and I need you and I love you, girl. Tell me, babe, will you be there for me? Ha! That's love, okay? Listen, man. Oh my gosh. That's love. Oh my gosh. Mm-mm-mm. These people playing games, man. I'm trying to tell you. Oh my gosh. Mm-mm-mm. Wow. Anyway, yeah, man, that's when you know the love is real, man. When you able to look back on what y'all overcame together and you still standing. And you still standing. When she could actually look you in the eyes and say, thank you for not giving up on me. When you could look her in her eyes and tell her, thank you for not giving up on me. You don't even have to say what it was. They know what it means. It covers everything. Despite. It's not based on conditions. It just is. It just is. I don't blame Remy for you not being in your house. God blame you. I blame you. I don't blame Remy. Because again, even in a lot of things you point out to her, you know what I do know about that woman? She still allowed you to come home. And you didn't know how to use that. If she, if she's allowing you to come home, not only is that hope, but that's a sign of being willing. But when you attack, you can cause a person to shut down. Even though you feel you the one being mistreated. But that's why being a man, we don't function off emotions. We focus, look, we function off of logics. You have to recognize what's happening. You have to recognize what's happening. Those things like that. Those things like that. I don't blame that woman for you not being at home. I don't. I blame you. Because no matter what, you got to keep your hand on the steering wheel, even if she let go. And when you feel you ain't got nothing else to give, guess what you find out? That you still got something else in the tank to give. Especially when you know you ain't do it right in the beginning. So nah, I don't buy that.
So when she graduates high school, college, get her degrees, I want to be there to take my daughter to her prom. And I told her that. So I never wanted to leave from under the roof of my baby. That's why I stayed around for this nonsense. And I don't want to go away.
If that's the case, you would still be there. If that's what I be meaning. If that's the case, you would still be there. See, you can't say one thing, then contradict yourself in the next sentence. Listen to what he just said.
Her prom, and I told her that. So I never wanted to leave from under the roof of my baby.
I never wanted to leave under the roof of my baby. And why?
That's why I stayed around for this nonsense.
That's why I stayed around for the nonsense. Okay, cool. If that was real, you would still be there, because the goal is to stay there no matter what. Because you got to, okay, let's take it, think, if you believe Remy's so out of control, being so out of whack, why would you leave your child for that in that environment? That really should make you want to stay even more. See, this is what I be meaning. If you know it's nonsense and you know it's mess and you know a lot of this so-called dirt she doing that you accusing her of doing, that a lot of it wouldn't have been going on if you was there. Okay, so why abandon ship and just allow the flood to come in? Why allow the flood to come in when a lot of stuff is being restrained as a result of your presence being there? So you just pack bag, jump ship, and disallow the. Come on, bro. Where my damn gavel at? Hold on. Hell no. Hell no. Where my damn gavel at? Hold on. Wait. Hit. Hold on. Wait. Hell no. Hell no. Wait. Wait. Here. Take it. Take it. Bang the gavel on your damn self. Don't worry. I'm going to do it for you. No. No. No, 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 no. No, man, get out of here with that trash. You can't say on one end, hey, I want to stay here for my baby, and the reason why I stayed here is because all this nonsense. So why you ain't still there? Because again, the purpose was to protect the baby. Protect the baby, protect the child, and that's why you needed to be most there while all this commotion and mess going on. Why you not still there? Why aren't you still there if that was the case? See what I be meaning? See, you're trying to sound good, but it's hypocritical. And it's contradiction to what you claiming to stand for, only for it to make you look bad because according to you, I stayed because I'm a man while all this mess going on. But the baby ain't in the mess. The baby being hurt by the mess, but yet being comforted in you as a father who's protecting her from the mess. So why do you take your hand off steering wheel, pack bag, jump ship, leave, when you know this is when she needs me the most? And yes, you are wrong for having sex with Claressa Shields, even if you believed that Remy was wrong and messing around with Easy. You still don't have a license to do the same thing. I'm sorry, you don't have a license to do the same thing. Period. Vice versa. Even if Remy believed it was you who was doing it first, she don't have a right to do it. Because again, guess what the common ground is? The baby is hurt. The baby is affected. Come on now. Let's just be real. See stuff like that. Like, come on, what we doing here?
And I don't want to go away from the point. Okay, so we did the therapy. The therapist gave us that option. We both said we want to work it out. She said, this is the plan. I'm going to give y'all a plan to work it out. She said, Pap declined because she was so mad about Claressa, so angry because I finally moved on. She see us living our life. She talking about doing.
Right there. See what I mean? I finally moved on, living my life. So she was trying to get you to come home. She was willing to work things out. That's what I was meaning earlier when I told you, like, even sometimes you can push the woman you love away into the arms of somebody else. And what you talking about? Me and Claressa living our life. We doing that. What about the suffering? What about the child? What about the child? What about the child? Then hold on. Watch this though.
Something for the gram or doing it for this and that. I'm living my life. I lived over there with you. I tolerated your foolishness, your cheating, and your adultery for years and years and years for the sake of my child.
There you go. You hear that? See? I tolerated and did all that for the sake of your child, but she's still a child. Remember, she only 5 years old. At the time, she only 5 years old, so she's still a child. What do you mean you tolerated it? That's your wife. You tolerated it. Again, when it's based upon those type of conditions, I'm sorry, bro. I just can't agree with you on that. And then what you calling her out on, you guilty of. See, that's what I'm saying. It's hypocritical. It's a contradiction. You're accusing her of adultery before God, only for you to now be comfortable in it. Listen.
Over there with you, I tolerated your foolishness, your cheating, and your adultery for years and years and years.
I tolerated your foolishness, your cheating, and your adultery for years and years and years. I tolerated your adultery. Okay, well, since you know how painful adultery is, Since you know that adultery is wrong, and when you're using the word adultery, you are literally pointing towards God. That's what it means. When you hear the word adultery, that means to sin against God. Thou shalt not commit adultery. You use that word, which means that you're uh uh wanting a cosign of God to justify what's going on. Okay, cool. Let's stay there then. If you believe that to be true, then why are you doing it? Why are you doing it? Why are you guilty of the same thing you're accusing her of? Oh, because Claressa don't have no problem with it. So as long as Claressa don't have a problem with it, it's not really considered adultery. See, I didn't tolerate your adultery because I had a problem with your adultery. So since you was messing around with somebody, I was bothered by it. So it's adultery. But as long as Claressa Shields ain't bothered by me and her having sex, then it's not adultery. So it's not adultery based upon who ain't cool with it, who cool with it or not. Do y'all see this? Do y'all hear this? I tolerated your adultery. In other words, I was against you committing adultery. But me and Claressa Shields, we doing good over here. She ain't got no problem with my adultery. Okay, but your wife got a problem with it. Your wife got a problem with you having sex with Claressa Shields that led to you actually getting so-called kicked out the house. What are you talking about, bro? Like, that is such a contradiction. That is such a hypocrite. You get what I mean? Boy. Okay, hold on. Let me read this. So this brother said, but you just spoke about the Bible and separation because of infidelity. Now you're saying he should have stayed after trying for years. That's hypocritical. Dude, what is wrong with you? That's not hypocritical. So listen, I just told you, if a woman is willing to stay, I see that as hope. Just because somebody mess around, that don't mean that the first option is divorce and separation. Because I don't believe I would do that to my wife. And I don't think my wife probably would do that to me. I'm not married. I don't have a wife. Okay? But I believe that if I was married, my wife would love me enough and I love her enough that if I was in this situation, I don't think we'll just immediate divorce. I believe our love will be strong enough that we'll try to even work out things like this if it came up to that. But I will hope it will never be there. But if this a realistic topic, we know that it happens. I don't believe that I would leave my wife if I found out she was messing around with another man. I don't believe I would leave her, knowing the guy who I am, even though I have the rights to, as the Bible, to leave her because of infidelity. But I don't believe I would do it, knowing the person who I am. If it came to that point, based upon me knowing, first of all, I'm not going to even marry her if I don't love her. And if I love her, I'm real enough to understand that God could fix and heal us. So nah, not at all. Oh my gosh. Here you go. Here go these questions. Battle Truth, you 95% Remy and 5% Pap. You got to do better with the percentage. See what I mean? But every time I address Remy, I don't like Remy at all. See, y'all, listen, bro. I'm just telling you the truth, okay? I'm not on no sides. Stop saying I can't stand when people say that. Nobody could hear me talk and say that I'm on sides. Nobody could hear that. I don't do that. I don't like to do that. You know what I mean? I just be on what's true, and I'm just giving you the facts. When you read the Bible, God commands the man to take care of his home. That's what the Bible says. Take care of your home. The woman ain't entitled. The woman ain't commanded by God to take care of the home. The man is commanded to do that. That's what happened to Adam and Eve in the garden. That's why Adam died. When Eve ate of that apple, I'm sorry, Lord, it wasn't an apple. thinking like non-believer. When Eve ate of the fruit from the garden, Adam wasn't in trouble. What's crazy, Eve was in trouble. But Adam, supposed to be in her headship, was supposed to bought protection and offer the offering on her behalf and interceded for her. He didn't do it. He joined in her wrong. And that's what got him in trouble with God. He joined in her wrong, knowing it was wrong. Just like what Papoose doing right now. He's claiming that Remy did this to him. Cool. Okay, so when did it get to the point that you started joining in on it? Because that's exactly what you did. You joined in on it. But now you want to be comfortable on yours. If you notice, this is what he's doing. He's saying that I was uncomfortable when you was doing it, but I'm comfortable now that I'm doing it. That's what he's doing. Y'all don't hear what he's saying? This is exactly what he's saying. No. Sorry. No. I'm telling you what the Bible say. I believe God. I don't believe man. Okay? So that's all I'm saying. No, and listen, what I know love to be, what I know marriage to be, what I understand it to be, no, I just know husbands are commanded by God to be the kings, priests, and prophets over their home. We are supposed to be kings, priests, and prophets over our home. Period. The home is strong because you in it. The home is strong when you in it. I'm sorry. Okay. I just be trying to be true to what I know to be true, man. I'm just saying, man. Let's listen to some more.
For the sake of my child. Moving on along, I just played the audio to y'all of the lame admitting that he's black. I knocked him out. I was in hell, death to his part, and I lived that out.
Right here. Watch this.
Why is it? Because you're a narcissist. And in the process of you being a narcissist, anything you can't control, you're mad. But you lost the remote. So you know when somebody loses the remote, they go frantic.
Right there, he just told on himself. He said anything Remy can't control, she get mad because she's a narcissist. Then look what he said. He said, you lost the remote. In other words, he would allow himself to be controlled by her. He would allow himself to be controlled by her. Listen to what he said. So y'all got to hear the breakdown. You heard what you remember the saying that if you ever want to know how a person feel about you, make them mad. Because when they're mad at you, they tend to tell the truth about you. Listen to what he said.
And in the process of you being a narcissist, anything you can't control, you're mad.
Anything you can't control, you're mad. Watch the confession. Why, Papoose?
But you lost the remote.
Oh.
So you know when somebody loses the remote, they go frantic.
So who's the remote? Anything you can't control, you mad because you're a narcissist. But you, Remy, lost the remote. He's saying he's the remote. She lost it. So she can't control him no more. In other words, she have no more power over him, he basically saying. That he gave her power over him. If anything, that should have been enough for you to put your foot down and stayed in a home, not abandon ship. Because that's not showing you strong. That's actually showing you weak. Because you was allowing her to control the household because you wasn't putting your foot down. So now that you chose to put your foot down, you leave. If anything, I put my foot down to run the household the way it's supposed to be ran. Oh my gosh. Did anybody get that? Am I speaking to myself? Did anybody catch that? I need to know if y'all caught that part. Did anybody just catch that part? That's what I'm saying, LaShawn. We ain't gonna play these games. Come on now. You lost the remote. Hold on, watch this. That's what I'm saying, Felicia. Okay? Hold on. Watch this part. What he say right here?
See, but what you didn't understand was my loyalty was.
Watch this, y'all. This what I be meaning. I don't blame Remy for him being out of the house. I blame him. Watch it. Tell on yourself, Papoose. What we don't understand was what?
Because I said wedding vows before God.
Oh, I said wedding vows before God. I said wedding vows before God. Okay. Here's the thing that hurt them in this. If you pay attention to the vows give no one leadway to leave. The vows say you must stay together no matter what. That's what the vows say. The vows is not the grounds to leave. The vows is the grounds to stay together no matter what. That's the vows. Hold on.
Better for worse, richer for poor, sickness and health, death to us part. And I lived that out.
I lived that out.
Why is it? Because you're a narcissist. And in the process of you being a narcissist, anything you can't control, you're mad. But you lost the remote. So you know when somebody loses the remote, they go frantic. See, but what you didn't understand was my loyalty was because I said wedding vows before God. Better for worse, richer for poor, sickness and health, death to us part. And I lived that out.
Bro, I can't let you get away with that. I can't let you get away with that. You live that out. Okay, so here's my problem. So you live that out. So how you go to there to this? How you go to there to this? So you made wedding vow before God and you did all this. Okay. Now you planning pregnancies. Now you planning babies with women while you in adultery. Really? You see, that's what I be meaning. But like, bro, what? What? Like, come on, let's just be honest here. Like, you against all of that. Come on now. What we doing here? That's what? Bro, that's real. How you go from that to that? Now you comfortable in adultery. Now you planning babies with women while you still married. Now you purposely want to bring bastard kids into the world. Like, come on. Come on, man. And he claimed to be so smart.
Up on his name and stop putting it on me. I ain't no dumbass bitch.
Listen at your damn concubine. Look at your concubine. Look what she's saying she not.
Bro, like stop putting that up on his name and stop putting it on me. I ain't no dumbass bitch.
So she don't believe she's dumb by planning a baby with a married man. She don't believe that's dumb. She think that's intelligent. She think that's smart. Yeah, she think that's smart. She think that's smart. She don't think that's dumb. She tired of people thinking she dumb and don't know no better.
Name and stop putting it on me. I ain't no dumbass bitch. I don't know who got ring game on before or whatever the case may be.
So she's saying that she's not dumb. Stop saying she dumb. She don't care who was before her that might have got ran game on before her, but when it come to her, she is not no dumb AB. Okay? So she don't think it's dumb. She don't think it's dumb to plan a pregnancy with a married man. She don't think that's dumb. She don't think it's dumb signing over her career to a married man. She don't think it's dumb to betray her friends. She don't think it's dumb to literally sacrifice her whole career for somebody else's husband. She don't think that's dumb. She don't think it's dumb literally going into an affair with a married man, she don't think that's dumb. If that's not dumb, then what is it, Claressa? Please explain that to me. What is it? If that's not dumb, then what is it? I don't know any smart woman that agree to this. I don't know any smart woman who's supposed to be on top of their game. First of all, I'm going to keep it real. I don't see a woman. Oh my gosh. Shots fired. I don't see any woman who, okay, man. Let me just ask you women something, man. I need to ask y'all something, man. I need to ask y'all women something. Let's keep it real. I need to ask y'all women something. I really do. Let me ask y'all something. With any of you women, I just want to know the truth. Would any of you women date a broke man when you're on top of your game? Will any of you women date a broke man when you're on top of your game? I really want you to think about this. Would you date a broke man and you on top of your game, owning things and having things? Would you date a broke man? Okay. So AFAF says no. Miss Williams says no. LaShawn says no. Lex says hell no. Right. Look, I'm with you 100%, right? Not unless he before on top of my game. Felicia said not me. And Ruthie says not me. Look, I'm with you 100%. First of all, you are supposed to be called a man. Why are you a man and you broke? Why are you a man not having something? And as a woman, why would I want to pick up that liability to actually take what I didn't earn, what I didn't work hard for, if you can't bring nothing to the table with it to go with it? You'll figure if I'm a woman and I'm on top of my game and I'm successful, I'm not finna mess with somebody that's not contributing to my success. If I'm gonna mess with somebody, I'm gonna mess with somebody that can add to my success, who can bring something to the table. Your 2 and my 2 equals 4. I'm not gonna take my 2 and bring up a 0 and feed you off of my 2. No, I'm not gonna do that, because it contradicts the hard work I put in, by which I'm establishing myself to actually choose who I want to be with based upon the hard work I put in with my success. So how is that not foolish, Claressa? How is that not foolish? Okay, let me ask another question when it comes to women. I need to ask women another question. Would any smart woman in her right mind make it her business to voluntarily go into having an affair with a married man who was once, when she was once friends with his wife? How is that smart? How would that in both ends, even if she wasn't friends with his wife, how would that smart in any type of way to believe that you could have a relationship with a married man, and you purposely doing it? You know this man is married. You know he live in a house with his wife, and you making it your business to seek him out. He didn't seek you out. You sought him out purposely, deliberately. What wise woman do something like that? How is that not foolish? How is that not foolish? Please explain that to me. Okay, let's go a little different. How about this? How is it smart, Claressa Shields, since you say you're not no dumb chick, you're not no dumb bee, how is it smart, Claressa Shields, for you to call yourself the GOAT, to be the #1 pound for pound female boxer, to be the face of boxing? How was that smart to parade yourself around with a married man, believing it wouldn't have an effect on your career? Believing it wouldn't have an effect on your career. I'm telling y'all, look, man, listen how far this woman fell off. Look, I'm telling you something real. This right here hurt her bad. She was supposed to wear this outfit for her fight against K. Scott. It has 17 sponsors slots on it that she believes sponsors was going to buy and put their brand on it on a championship fight. Not one sponsor. That says a lot. I'm telling you, look, that says a lot. That says everything we've been saying from day one. How you do not have the support of sponsors. Because listen, let me tell y'all another. Here's the thing Claressa don't get. Claressa, do you know why you don't have the support of the sponsors? Because the sponsors hearing the outcry of the people. The sponsors know the outcry of the people. That's why you don't have it. The sponsors is not ignorant to what's being said about you that's going on, by which they believe you would be bad for their branding. You would be bad for their business. Nobody who respects their business will ever attach their brand to this. Even if they committing it themselves behind the scene, they will not market this. They will not market open adultery a part of their brand. They won't do it. They won't do it. And people who actually be with you, they take backlash as a result of supporting you. So when you saying the things you saying, girl, this is dumb. I don't even see how you fix your lips to even say the things you saying. And it's like you're not even considering what you're doing. You're just saying it just because you think it sound good. You're saying it because you think it sound good. Girl, these are some of the most foolish, dumbest decisions a person can make who on a road to success.
And stop putting it on me. I ain't no dumbass bitch. I don't know who or who got ring game on name and stop putting it on me. I ain't no dumbass bitch. Name and stop putting it on me. I ain't no dumbass bitch. I don't know who or who got ring game on before or whatever the case may be, but I don't do that. I ain't never played about my money.
Notice what she said. She don't play about her money. See, here's the thing I keep telling people, man. When they be trying to say, "Oh, Pap using her for her money," man, you got to hold her accountable to her words. She don't, but listen, she get offended when people say that type of stuff. Yeah, Pap playing you out your money. Pap, she get real heated when people say that because that's not true to her. That's not true to her because she's willingly given the money, and that was the agreement she had when she went in his DMs. She went in his DMs because of the money. That's why she used that. She used that to lure him in. That was the agreement. That was the agreement. Okay? So when people be saying, "Oh, he playing out of her money, he doing that," she get highly offended at that. Because the money is her weapon of control to get him to do the things she want him to do. She been doing this before Papoose came and played. This the same thing she did with Tony Rich. She used the money as a means to manipulate. Her sister Brianna called out on that, and Nigeria called her out on that, and Jada Boxer called her out on that, and Shalita called her out on that. This is what she does. She used her money and finance as a weapon to control and manipulate. So when you say somebody is taking her money, she offended in that because they not taking nothing. She is given this as a result of receiving something in return. Control. Oh my gosh. Control. You hear? I'm not no dumb bee. In other words, I know what I'm doing. All this is her strategically planning out this mess that she's financing. That's just a fact. And some of y'all don't like it like that because she a woman. And you figuring because she a woman, she not like this. It's a lot of women that's like this. That's very controlling, very manipulative. And if you put money in their pocket, they will actually use it as a means of weapon to get whatever they want, harm whoever they want, take whatever they want because they believe that they protected by the money. I'm just keeping it 100. She mean that. You see how she play him like a kid? Play him like a straight up kid.
Nah, bro, like stop putting that up on his name and stop putting that on me. I ain't no dumbass bitch. I don't know who or who got ring game on before or whatever the case may be, but I don't do that. I ain't never played by my money. To be talking about somebody get a piece of my stuff and somebody get a piece of my boxing check and somebody with me for money. Why can't you just, this man filed for divorce and he loved me now. What the fuck?
This man filed for divorce and he loved me now. Man, they wasn't filing for no divorce, man. They was breaking their damn arms about that paperwork, man. We not finna play these games. Stop with them games. He filed for divorce because he loved me now. Girl, ain't nowhere in the world you just said that out of your mouth and you believe that. How could you ever fix your mouth to believe that this man love you when you know the reason why he even with you? I always say this all the time. Look, let me ask you ladies something. I want y'all to be honest. I want y'all to be honest with me. I need to ask y'all something, right? If Claressa didn't have no money, I want y'all to be honest with me as you possibly can. If Claressa didn't have no money, do y'all believe Papoose would be with her? Let's just be honest, y'all. That's what I want to ask you. If Claressa Shields didn't have no money, would Papoose even be with her? That's what I'm asking. Okay. Kim said no. Ruthie said no. Miss Williams said no. Miss T says no. LaShawn says no. Tiffany says no. Felicia said not at all. Right. That's what I'm trying to tell you, man. Why would she even fix her lip? Why would she even fix her lips to say he loved me? How he love you? He wasn't even thinking about you. You wasn't even an option. How do he love you? You wasn't even an option, lady. She talking about she ain't no second option. You right. You wasn't a damn second option. You damn sure wasn't the second option. You wasn't even the first option. That's who Papoose went after. Papoose went after her. Papoose went after Miss Hustle. That's who he wanted. He wanted her. He didn't want you. He wasn't even thinking about you. You went in his inbox to get his attention. He was not thinking about you. Now he love you. How do he love? Listen, how do he love you when he already was telling his wife about you? And this is the thing about him, what I'm saying, how low you could go when you ain't got nothing. This is what I'm saying about him. He already told his wife. Hold on, man. I ain't finna play these games, man. Let me see. I believe this it. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see if this is the one I'm talking about. Let me just say. No, I gotta grab the other one. But he had already told his wife. He had already told his wife you was ugly. And that he didn't want to have sex with you at all. Now he love you. I just want you to think about that. Remy was not lying on that part. He was already telling his wife, she ugly. I wouldn't touch her. Now he love you. You know he don't love you because you know why he there. You know he don't love you because you know why he there. You know he not there for no other reason. He's only there because of the money. We already see y'all could barely even get along with each other. Have y'all noticed she keep openly doing interviews as of lately, talking about how they always into it with each other? She did the one interview with the one dude who go with Benzino daughter, Carly Rae. She basically was saying in there how her and Pap be into it all the time. She just went on the Cam Newton show talking about how her and Pap be into it all the time. Y'all remember when she said on the Cam Newton show that when she got into it with Pap, that she forgot he was even a man, and he basically had to rise up on her and was like, "Look, girl, who you talking to?" And she was like, "I forgot he was a man." What? You forgot he was a man in the middle of y'all arguing? How you arguing with a man and forgetting he a man? Could you imagine the things she was actually saying to him? Could you imagine in the middle of an argument, she arguing with Papoose and say, in the middle of the argument, she forgot he was a man while arguing with him? So could you imagine what she was saying to him? Right. Then we just see not too long ago when she just did the other live when they was into it, even for the little part that they want to televise. Remember, she said, "I don't be paying him no mind." In other words, he in his feelings, he be emotional. She say she don't pay him no mind because that's a sense of her saying that basically like, nigga, you don't do nothing for me. I'm the one looking out for you. I don't care how you feel. I ain't paying him no mind. That's what that means. Like, I don't pay that nigga no mind. Hell, I'm looking out for him. And he know it. He's sitting there in the background. If you listen to him talking, he pouts. If you notice, he pouts. Like, you know how like a child pout and it's like he wants you to hear you, but don't want you to hear him. So he pouts. He like, "I ain't finna talk to you while you on live." He pouting. Like, bro, you too damn old to be pouting. "I ain't finna be talking to you when you on live." He really mad in his feelings. Like, bro, what? What did you just say? Nah, hell no. Look, girl, why you always coming in here while I'm on live? I'll make her stop going live around me because you finna get embarrassed. Girl, why do you always come in here with the phone on while stop doing that? Yeah, I want them to hear it too. Stop doing that. Because I guarantee you're going to stop doing that. Because you don't know what the hell I'm going to say. Stop doing that before I leave. See, how many of y'all know I'm that type to do that? Y'all know I do that. Y'all know I say that. Well, a show, I'm down show for to give them a show. You coming in wrong with the camera on again live while I'm up here and I told you on like, do it again. They finna hear. I'm just saying. Come on, man. What are we doing here? Crazy. Anyway. Yeah, he's sitting up there pouting. Nah, man. I don't like it. She talking about she ain't dumb. This lady sat there. Oh my gosh. Sat there admitting she a bad mama. Ain't that crazy? See, this what I don't like about Papoose and them. That's crazy, man. This what I do not like about this dude, man. Something ain't right with him neither. Why he talking about Remy diagnosed with being bipolar? You diagnosed with something too, because you crazy. Why do you want to have a baby with this woman and it's already documented she tried to take her life more than one time? Like, why would you even want that? That ain't smart. That ain't wise. Why would you want a baby with her also when you seeing how crazy the family is? Like, hell no. What? No. And according to Claressa, you saw how crazy she is behind the scenes. And you trying to pump a baby up in her? Like, for real, you trying to pump a baby up in her, and according to her, you saw how crazy she is too. Come on, man. We not finna play. Like, come on. You really finna bring a baby in this environment? Like, bro, that's thirsty, man. That is terrible. That is very, very shameful. Claressa Shields gonna say on the what she say on the Cam Newton show, like, yeah, he asked him how many kids she wants. She said, I want 4 kids. She said, I already seen them in my dreams.
She said, my kids gonna be bad because I already seen them in my dreams and they was bad. Ain't that something? What do that mean? What do that mean if you already saw your kids in your dreams and they was bad? They was bad. That mean that it come from the mama and daddy. That's what it means. It's because of the upbringing. The children are taking on the spirits of the parents. So if all your kids is bad because you saw them in a dream bad, they're going to show you who they taking after. They taking after you. They taking after you. They taking after you even to the point of what? Of being bad. All of them? Right. Like, come on. Like, I just look at how he just slave himself. He just become a slave. I'm just keeping it real. He just become a slave. Everything he once said, it's like he's such a hypocrite to what he doing. Everything he once said he didn't like. Now look what he doing. Oh, I don't want to mess with her. She ugly. Now you messing with her. Oh, no, I ain't getting a tattoo. Now you got a tattooed on you. Yeah, because you can't play them games. Listen, yeah, you start out not wanting to be there. You start now believing you got control over this thing. Like she said, her coochie got some type of voodoo on it. She said her coochie got some type of voodoo on it that it control him or something. That's what she said. Y'all remember that? Hold on, we gonna play it. Yeah, we not gonna play these games. Crazy, man. What? This stuff is crazy, man. Okay, so
I want to tell you the real.
uh-oh. Gosh. Uh-huh. Okay. Okay. This lady is crazy, man. This lady is crazy. This lady is crazy. I swear. This lady is crazy, man. Y'all sister is something else. Let's see what this lady. Y'all sister is something else. Look at what she said. Okay, sis. Okay. Here we go. Man. Okay. Here we go. Okay. Go ahead, sis. Let them have it. Let them have it.
I want to tell you the real reason why Pap is with me. Because I don't think you know. I'm going to tell you. I'm a badass bitch. Flat out. My ass is real. My body's real. I look good as fuck in the face. I'm successful. I'm young. And the things that my little Poonama can do is amazing. That's how we together. I want to tell you the real reason.
Tell them
why Pap is with me. Because I don't think you know.
They don't.
I'm going to tell you.
Tell them.
I'm a badass bitch. Flat out. What? My ass is real. My body's real. I look good as fuck in the face. What? I'm successful. I'm young. And the things that my little Poonama can do is amazing.
What?
That's how we together. I want to tell you the real
tell
reason
them, sis.
why Pap is with me.
Tell
because I don't think you know.
Remy.
I'm going to tell you.
I'm
a badass bitch.
What?
Flat out. My ass is real. My body's real. I look good as fuck in the face. No. I'm successful. Yep. I'm young. Yep. And the things that my little Poonama can do is amazing. That's how we together.
I'm gonna need some receipts.
I want to tell you the real reason.
I'm gonna need some receipts on that. Sis said down below, that little Poonana, the things it can do is amazing. Is amazing. Okay? See, she be watching Battle Truth. She be watching Battle Truth. You know she love watching Battle Truth. So she heard about them little vinegar tricks we be talking about. So that she let she know about them vinegar things.
I'm trying to keep telling y'all, why you playing games? Witchcraft. I'm trying to tell you. She ain't playing no games.
I want to tell you the real reason why Pap is with me. Because I don't think you know. I'm going to tell you. I'm a badass bitch. Flat out. My ass is real. My body's real. I look good as fuck in the face. I'm successful. I'm young. And the things that my little Poonama can do is amazing. That's how we do.
Put me in the den with the lines. We in the line of fire for the Messiah. Put me in the den with the lines. We in the line of fire for the Messiah. Put me in the den with the lines. We in the line of fire for the Messiah. Tryna be no hero, but I take a million way to rock. Be in it to win it and do it to the finish. The murder, racism, the life of a Christian. Then true religion, we hate it. It's forbidden to